Hey, welcome to Talking with Tuesday, a safe space for hot topics and honest opinions. Take what resonates, but if it does not apply, let it fly. Now let's get into it. So I haven't recorded for a few weeks because I've been so busy. I laid concrete yesterday in my house, dug up the ground to do a flower bed. I've been in the gym. I'm doing weightlifting, heavy weightlifting, and I've been tired. But I've been super busy. I needed to take that time for myself because, honey, these emails that y'all are sending me has been spiritually draining me. So today, we're going to talk about something that people normally don't speak about, and that's sexual abuse in boys. Yep, that's what we're going to talk about. I've received a lot of emails from males, and they're just using my email as a safe space to, release. And a lot of males is talking about how they were abused when they were boys. So before this is going to be, I'm going to have to talk about this subject in multiple videos because it was so hard for me to approach it. I've literally been sitting on this subject for a month now, trying to figure out how to approach it. So first of all, to my men that's out there who was abused as a boy, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry that you went through that. I'm sorry that you didn't have anybody to speak to. It's not your fault, so don't think it's your fault. Some men said that they still feel disgusting. You're not disgusting. Listen, number one, go seek therapy. Go seek therapy and understand that although nothing was done then, I promise you karma is handling them. I promise to God that they are being handled by karma, okay? But men who experience this, please go to therapy because baby, you can't seek therapy here. Because I promise you, I make it very clear with people that anybody get weird with my kids, I could get weird too. A motherfucker don't ever have to worry about the police. But when I drop your sorry ass off to the hospital, bitch, you better lie. Or I'm going to make my time count. Shit get weird. Because one thing about getting law enforcement involved in this sort of situation, you could get more time physically assaulting somebody than somebody who sexually abused a child. You could get more time somebody in the face than abusing a child. These babies are not protected, So this is a very difficult subject for me to talk about, but I'm going to try, okay? But before I carry on with the victims, I want to talk to the parents, the mothers, really. Bring your bitch ass to the front of the fucking class, bitch. Let's talk. So what I've heard a lot, caregivers, is that male or female, they'll tell their moms, but mom don't believe them. Some of the times it was the mom's boyfriend or husband. And just so your sorry ass could keep a man, you still keep that man around and completely ignore your children. And then you allow your kids, you take your kids anywhere. You drop them off with anybody. Because I read the aunties, the uncles, the cousins, the boyfriend's people, the friends, all these different people is fucking with y'all boys. We not talking about the girls. We always talk about the girls. We not talking about our boys. And mom, you're not protecting your boys because you so desperate to to keep a man, or you're so desperate to drop your kid off somewhere so you could pop bottles or do whatever it is that you want to do, you have failed your boys. I don't give a fuck. My kid said somebody did it, bitch, you did it. You are guilty, and I don't give a fuck about proving no innocence. You ain't innocent. I don't care. Because one thing that kids is really not going to lie about is being abused. And then y'all don't even create safe spaces for y'all boys to tell y'all what's going on. So a lot of them just carry on in life with this trauma. And bitch, it's your fault. It's your fault. Because sometimes, even if your kids don't say nothing, how come you're not watching them? How come you're not looking at them? A lot of times you could tell by the way they act that something is going on with them. You could tell by the way they move. You could tell their reaction around certain people. How are you not paying your kids any attention? And then, how are you not listening to what they're saying when they do tell you? How come you don't believe your kids? I'm confused. What would be the reason of that child lying to you about somebody messing with them? What's the reason? Moms, it's your fault. See, fathers, at least the ones I know, you flat out guilty. They gonna listen, they gonna handle it however they see fit. But you mammies, oh no, y'all call y'all kids liars. You would just sit on it. You won't do nothing. You won't call the police. You won't get weird back with them. Do something. Pinch them. Push them. Do something. Y'all do nothing. Y'all continuously allow these males and your sisters and your brothers and your great aunts and all of them, cousins, all these weird people around your children. How are you dating these males or having these males around your children without doing a background check on them? It is very important that you do a background check on these males. You have to. Although not all sex offenders have been registered because they probably haven't gotten caught. However, there are a lot that is registered. You could download Newsfeed, put your zip code in the search bar, and you can see everybody that's in your area. You can also search certain names. You could search a specific name. You have to do background checks on these males. Also, everybody don't need access to your kids. They don't. Everybody don't need access to your house. Everybody don't need to know where you live. Everybody don't need to know what school your kid go to. And be mindful with putting their pictures on social media. Because a lot of times, some of these males will only talk to you to get to your kids. So you have to watch that as well. But moms, from the males that sent me these emails, who got grown adult sons that went through this and y'all didn't listen to them, y'all ain't shit. And I feel like y'all need to be the ones that's charged with SA. Take those charges that you didn't press on that man. That's why our boys grow up to men and become abusive. Some of them are homosexual. Some of them have sex addictions. Some of them just have just a mental illness. And it's because of you. It's your fault. Moms, who have young children, first of all, watch your kids. Second of all, watch who you allow them around. Always pay attention to your child, how they react to people, their body language, because sometimes kids just don't feel safe to talk. And then a lot of times the abuser would threaten that child. Check cell phones, check emails. And then I know this is TMI, but when your girls come back places, check they worn underwear, because you will see stuff there. You will know. Other than that, them kids don't need to go nowhere. Keep their ass at home. Can't nobody be trusted. I don't care who they daddy, they grandma, grandpa, cousins, uncles. Nobody can be trusted. Create safe spaces for your children. Children have feelings as well. And children go through things as well. But when it come down to sexual abuse, you let your child know, I don't care who it is and what the threat is. You tell me what happened to you when it happened. And once it's in your court, Mom, you handle it accordingly. Because a lot of times, these motherfuckers will make these threats, and them hoes ain't gonna do nothing. Let your kids know. But to the moms that have grown sons, and you knew that was going on, oh, you got some apologizing to do. And you got some making up to do if he allows you to do it. And to the males who are victims, don't allow no safe space for your mammy, because she should have been listening to you the first fucking time. Don't forgive her. I don't care how y'all feel about me. Don't forgive her. Because one thing about these mammies is they can be very manipulative. Manipulative. I can't say that word. I say it so weird. Don't judge me. But at some point, to my victims, you're going to have a forgiving heart and understand that karma is taking care of it. Karma has taken care of it. And you need to go seek therapy. So let me tell you a story. So I have this friend, and he was sexually assaulted when he was a teenager. Now, Detroit is behind 25 to 30 years of their grape kits. Okay? So a couple years ago is when he got, where an attorney got in contact with him to open up his case. Now, the abuser, or the person that did the assault, was in a nursing home. And they went and picked his ass up and took him to the detention center. Unfortunately, the guy keeps having strokes. He an old man now. My friend, he's almost in his 40s. This happened when he was a teenager. And the abuser is somebody that he did not know. So this guy keeps having strokes. So not too long ago, probably a little over a month ago, his attorney contacted him and told him, hey, we cannot stand trial with this guy. He's a vegetable. He's incapable of standing trial. So he called me and he was so upset. He like, Tuesday, I want to unalive him. This is some bullshit. He needs to go to prison, so on and so forth. So I had to be the voice of reason. I'm a very spiritual person. I'm a firm believer in karma. I am a firm believer in karma. So what I had to tell him, I said, hey, imagine this. My lips is dry, y'all. I was like, imagine this. I was like, have you ever had a stomach virus before? And he like, yeah. I was like, imagine having a stomach virus and those symptoms every single day for the rest of your days. It was like, you had a migraine before, right? He was like, yeah. I was like, imagine having a migraine every day, all day for the rest of your days. Then I said to him, you know, I know you heard about childbirth. I was like, imagine having those childbirth contractions or even cramps every day, all day for the rest of your days. I was like, and imagine being unable to move. Because sometimes when you're in pain or you feeling some kind of discomfort, you can move or rotate a little bit just to find temporary relief. I was like, imagine not being able to move and rotate, and you fill up your diaper with piss and shit, and you gotta sit in it until somebody decides to change it. Right along with that nauseous feeling and the cramps and the migraine, not being able to talk, not being able to move. I'm like, imagine that for the remainder of your days. And he was like, okay. And I said, unaliving a person is too easy. They are then relieved of their karma. Sending somebody to prison is too easy, because them people in prison live a regular life. The only thing is, for the men in prison, there's no women but them guards, and them bitches is hoes. They gonna screw everybody on their pod. You know what I'm saying? Like, imagine, like, so that's too easy. I was like, but imagine being in that condition for the remainder of your days in a place where the food not even seasoned. And that's only if you can eat food. And it still wasn't resonating with him. And I said, listen, allow your ancestors and karma to work the way that it is. I'm like, imagine going through that and death touch you and then say, psych, no, and send you back to that vegetable body. Because I know the guy died a couple times. Well, sorry, YouTube. Passed away a couple times having them strokes. And I'm like, and hey, listen to this. The karma don't even stop with him. He got a wife. Imagine the mental strain and the financial strain she's going through. First of all, ain't no way I'm going to be married to a man and he gets those allegations upon him and I'm still married to him. As fast as them allegations came, it's going to be the fastest way I file a divorce. I am not a ride or die. I'm not riding, dying. I'm not doing none of that. You're going to go through that yourself. But she on social media, oh, my husband this, my husband that. Then the man got kids. Imagine the mental strain that they're going through. So it's not just him dealing with karma, but the wife is dealing with this man's karma and his kids is dealing with this man's karma. And I'm like, friend, it's too easy for him to pass on, because then everybody is relieved from his karma. Let death keep touching him and saying, psych, no. I love that for him. He's a vegetable. Imagine being inside of a shell and you can't do nothing. All you could do is lay there. And death keep being like, psych, no. Send you back to that vegetable. Let karma work. And then to my victims out there, my other male victims, I guarantee you karma is working. Prison time ain't always an answer. Sometimes you gotta let that motherfucker live. Let them live. I guarantee you they're not living a good life. Even if they make it look good, I promise you, they're not living a good life. Forgive them, heal, and move on with your life. And don't look back there, because karma working. Universe is working. Your ancestors is working. Do not intervene. And to my males, my men, let me talk to the young boy in you. I'm sorry that happened to you. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry that your parents didn't listen to you. I'm sorry that nobody helped you. I'm sorry that there was witnesses and they didn't help you. It's not your fault. It's not your fault. But you heal and you allow karma to work. So that's it for today. I would like to thank my supporters who contacted me. Y'all been tearing up my text messages, calling me, my email, checking on me. All is well. I've just been very, very busy with life. Very busy on working on my home. And I do it by myself, so it was a lot of work. However, to everyone else, send me an email at talkingwithtuesday@gmail.com. Give me a topic to discuss, or you could use it as just a safe space, or you could just send me a question, and I'll try my best to answer it. Like I said, this topic was extremely hard for me, but this will be part 1. Part 2 will be coming next week. So other than that, peace and blessings to y'all. See you soon.